What did Camila Cabello say when playing Riichi Mahjong? Riichi on a 9. I call the Riichi on a 6 or on a 9. You're scared of dealing into a hand that is mine. You're thinking it might be a Mangan, but it's only a Pinfu, and that is just divine. Welcome back to Mahjong Soul. My name's Yusong. Oh, Yusong, I didn't know you were hip. I didn't know that you like the hits of yesterday and today. Welcome back to Mahjong Soul. Hope you're having a good day wherever you are. Look, as they say, it's always darkest before the dawn, okay? We are about to play. I mean, if we don't get first place this game, we won't even have a first place in our match history of the last 10 games. Things are getting desperate. You might have noticed something with my elo. Hey, Yusong, why are you at why are you at a cool 800 points? Oh, I don't know. Maybe it's because I streamed my little heart out yesterday, and the gods, I don't think were intent on giving me a single winning position that entire time. There were moments when I dealt in, and it was definitely my fault. I will not deny you that. All right, left lord immediately pawning a 1F circles. Okay, that's weird. I'm immediately discarding my seat wind because I wasn't paying attention. Oh my god, oh my god. I mean, the good news is that it's the door indicator, and more importantly, we want this, more importantly, well, we want our east wind to come to fruition, right? And look at that. We draw into our Thomas middleweight there, the 4-5-6, and it's because I think we sacrificed our firstborn that happened. I can't prove it, but I think it's true. One is pretty redundant. We'll be kind of happy to see any of the we'll be kind of happy to see any of the other honor tiles here. They could be going for a half outside hand, and as a result can use the east wind or the white dragon or the red dragon. So that's not good news for us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I suppose those are our 5 shapes. George, are our 5 shapes. Anyway, you know what I was thinking about? The expression, it's always darkest before the dawn. Dude, that S is not true. You know, like in the middle of the night when it's the darkest, it doesn't immediately become dawn after that. There's like a denouement. There's like a de-escalate. It slowly gets brighter as the night progresses. This is not darkest before the dawn. It's dark, and then there's some time, and then it's the dawn. But people don't get a lot of inspiration from that. Point is, I'm scared, dude. I'm scared. I'm scared because I'm not in control of the tiles that I get. And the things that I am in control of, like discarding, I'm scared that I can't do it correctly anymore. I'm scared that I don't have what it takes to reach into the depths of the tile wall and find my soul, you know? Soul caliber, Yusong. All right, discarded an 8. We could have dealt into a 7-9 weight. Again, they very well could have a full outside hand. I think that's what they're going for. Maybe all honors and terminals. I'm not super sure what's going on there. All right, we get a pair of the 9s. I suppose that's okay. We don't really want this in our hand. We don't even want this 2-4 in our hand. Not really. And this east one, unfortunately for us, like, oh my god. Well, we know that they don't have an 8-9 because we see all copies of the 9. New goal. None of this, it's darkest before the dawn stuff, okay? Let's just try to have fun. And I know that's like the biggest copium you've ever inhaled in your entire life. I understand that. Okay? I'm talking about having fun when in reality I just want to win. But that's the thing, like, I genuinely just want to have fun, but having fun for me means like winning. You know what I mean? Like, I like winning more than I like calling con and then dealing into someone else. Like, calling con and dealing into someone else is kind of a soul crusher, you know? Okay, right lord calls the Riichi. We're definitely gonna fold here. This hand just didn't come to fruition. I wasn't confident enough to keep that 8-9 shape because I think it was actually just straight up the wrong play. Left lord might be folding with that south wind. I can't tell if that's something that they ripped off the top of the dome piece or if that's something that came from within their hand. That's not really, I mean, it's safe. It's Suji gaming for right lord, but you know what? They saw that they had a Suji trap and they went ahead and took it. Very risky against what left lord was doing. It looks like left lord was brewing up a pretty scary hand, all things considered. All right. East 1, repeat counter 1. We got a pair of the red dragons. Holy moly, is this actually a hand that can win? Is this actually a hand that can go into the end zone? Rare sports analogy on this channel. I mean, this hand looks great, right? We don't have any opportunities to accept the Dora in this hand, but we have a red 5 at least. 2 Han, red dragon, red 5, red lobster. Dude, I've never been to a Red Lobster. Is that weird? I grew up in upstate New York, you know? A kind of suburban area where that's like a natural environment for a Red Lobster. And I don't mean like a Red Lobster the animal. I mean like a franchise, you know? Upstate New York is a natural roaming ground for franchise chain restaurants. That's what I'm trying to say. I've never been to a Red Lobster. I've never, what's that Beyonce line? Intimacy so good, I took him to Red Lobster. I believe that is what she is saying in that song. We could also go for all triplets if we draw into another 5 of bamboo. It's a little bit risky, but in the meantime, I'll just take the Tenpai waiting on a red dragon. Okay, fair enough. Anyway, I've never tasted the golden nectar of a Cheddar Bay biscuit. But also, I'm lactose intolerant. I mean, I could take a lactate and kind of go for it. I mean, I don't know. It might be fun. You know what? This is not true. During the COVID pandemic, I did not go to a Red Lobster. That'd be bonkers, right? If I was like, you know what? Protecting others and myself is like, okay, but a person's got to draw the line somewhere. I'm going to Red Lobster. That is not what happened. I want to get in front of that scandal and say that is not what happened. One day, my significant other, she was having a really hard time, and we had always joked about, you know, getting the Mountain Dew margarita from. There's a Mountain Dew cocktail, I think, at a Red Lobster. I think this is correct. It's at some kind of a chain restaurant. Please don't get all up in my grill, all up in my DMs if it's not a Red Lobster. But she was having a tough day, and also she didn't live alone at that time. So I was like, you want, you know, and I was very lucky. I lived in a tiny studio apartment. It's not amazing, but it's at least alone. It was literally the size, like, it was 300 square foot. It was nothing to write home about. So oh my God, we're one tile away. Oh, is this double Riichi? Double Riichi. Oh my God. Oh, and it's a 2-tile wait. It's not a good 2-tile wait. One of them's the flipping door indicator, but when the Lord hands you a Riichi on a 9. I call the Riichi on a 6 or on a 9. Okay, that was incredible. Does anybody else need a cigarette after that? That's actually, oh my God, the tile flow is unstoppable. I'm 1 tile away from calling a second discard Riichi right now. What do we need? We need a 9 or a 3 of characters. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. It is my birthright to win this game. It is my birthright to win this game. Oh my God. Hang on, let me oh. Okay. I mean, there's nothing that anyone can do about this. I literally have the nut draw. It's actually just straight up my destiny. Riku, Kairi, I'm so sorry, but it's my destiny to win this game. All right. What was I saying? Left Lord's going for it, but they don't know the danger that they're in. It's not even a bad wait either. I get to wait on a terminal tile if someone gets a little too greedy. I mean, it's close to the door, the 8 of circles, which might give someone some pause, but I think we got a good thing going. If they're going for a half or a full flush, then they're probably going to end up discarding a 3 of characters as well. This doesn't necessarily have to be the flush either, right? Wow, they chased my Riichi. Okay, that's fair enough, but they might have like just an awful Riichi. Usually early Riichis are bad, but you don't understand. It's actually my destiny to win this game. Anyway, my significant other, she was like not living alone and having a rough day. So I was like, do you just want the apartment for yourself? And, oh my God. I'm not destined to win this game at all. I'm not destined to win anything. Oh my God, it's a Cheeto hand. Oh my God, they hit 2 Oradora. Oh my God, they got me Patsu. Oh my God. Who's the poor dope as the dealer? It's not me. Oh my god, for once in my lifetime, it's not me. This is why you don't emote, by the way, okay? This is why you don't emote. Because you end up in situations like this. And now look, oh, look who's gotten real quiet. Look who's gotten real quiet. Anyway, it's like, you want the apartment to yourself? And she was like, you know, if you don't mind. And I was like, I don't mind at all. And so, but then I was like, uh-oh, I need to think about, what am I gonna do? I drove to a Red Lobster and got us 2 of the Mountain Dew because the Red Lobster was at the time like 30 minutes away from where I lived. So it was like a nice, you know, it was a nice foray out into the real world, right? I believe, as the kids say, touch some grass. Could have kept that, maybe discarded a 1 or a 9. Well, what was I saying? Oh yeah, Red Lobster. And anyway, you're technically, they're not supposed to technically give you the martinis to go if you're not ordering a meal. So I think I also had to order a meal at Red Lobster, or some food at Red Lobster that I also had, but it wasn't a Cheddar Bay biscuit, which I think is what they're famous for, second only to their lobster is what I'm assuming. I don't know. But yeah, I went to Red Lobster as like a meme once, as kind of a joke to try to cheer the person that I care about up, you know? It's not a bad move, but only if you've joked about the Red Lobster Mountain Dew martinis or cocktails beforehand. If you've never talked about it and you give someone that, it's kind of, I wouldn't necessarily recommend it myself, but it's okay. I don't know, it still might play over well. Was it good? Nah, dude, tasted like death. Tasted like I was actually going to die as I drank it. Why? Way too sweet and way too alcohol. Just, I don't drink alcohol ever. That's a lie. And if you're my parents, I need you to turn off the video right now. I may or may not have drank alcohol. Oh, okay, 1 tile away from Tenpai. Hoping for that young 8 of bamboo, and then I get to call Riichi Pinfu. It's a little bit late into the game, but 3 Dora are out, and so I don't think 50k for reverse, no Dora out, by the way. I don't think anyone has a really scary hand. Holy moly. Okay, I will absolutely wait to use the 9 of circles as my safe tile. If I draw into a 3 or a 6, what I call Riichi waiting on the 8 of bamboo, absolutely not. That sounds like a terrible idea. This late into this game, in this economy. However, if we get the chance to chi into Tenpai, whether it's a 3 or a 6 or an 8 or anything, I think we do. We want to be in Tenpai for an exhaustive draw so that we get to stay in the dealer seat. If we're not, we lose the dealer seat, which is fine, but being in the dealer seat is pretty valuable, unless other people are milking you for sumos. Okay, well, I don't want to discard this 5 just yet. I mean, let's see here. It's half Suji for these people. None of them have a 6-7, but do they have a 3-4? It's very possible that someone has a 3-4. And if we're not gonna get into Tenpai anyway, I don't want to risk it for this biscuit. Like, if we got into Tenpai, I probably would have risked it. But because we're not going to get in Tenpai, I don't think we go for it. Wow. Okay. They're willing to throw some pretty zuzzy stuff, some pretty dangerous stuff late into the game, right? Yeah, I've never been to Red Lobster. I would like to. I like lobster. That is not a tile that gets us into Tenpai. What has most recently been discarded? I think our safest tile is this. I mean, I'll discard the 5 of bamboo if that's what other people are discarding at this point. Hey, if all your friends discarded the 5 of bamboo off a cliff, would you? Yeah, if it's actually a safe tile in the late game, absolutely. Thought you'd catch me in a little linguistic trap, did you? Nope, not today. It's my destiny to win this game. It's actually my destiny to win this game. That's also a good tile, I'm not gonna lie, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those are our 5 shapes. Call me George R.R. Martin, the way these are our shapes. And, okay, I can discard the 8. I can even discard this. We have a little bit of a abundance, an embarrassment of riches, right? We got 6 shapes in our hand. Okay, I mean, that's looking pretty snazzy as well. I think what we do is we discard this 5 of bamboo. I know it doesn't look great, but I'd rather have this 799 than this weird elongated shape. Oh, I don't think that we keep the 7-9. I honestly don't think that we keep the 7-9 right now. We got way too much going on in our hand. We're like a little kid who's had a little bit too much Mountain Dew, not the cocktail, but is just going freaking wild and like, you know, slamming chairs and stuff. We gotta tone that down a notch, Brian. I've been saying Brian a lot as my weird example. It's not a weird example name. It's Brian is a very common name, okay? It's not a weird example name. Let me be very careful with my language. I've been saying Brian a lot. I don't know. I think it's kind of funny. But also, if your name is Brian and you are watching this and you're like, hey, Yusong, I put on these videos to go to sleep. Can you stop breaking my fourth wall, please? Let me know in the comments below and I will dutifully do that. But I swear to God, if you have to be careful about this, because if I see like 17 comments down below all saying my name is Brian and I'd like you to stop using my name as an example because it breaks the fourth wall, I'm gonna know that some of y'all are lying. That's the danger that we share, this relationship that, you know, between content creator and the people, the audience, the people at home. We have to establish trust with one another. Which is why when I say, you know, I guarantee there's 15 comments down below saying, Yusong, your video was so funny, I can't stop crying and vomiting. That's honesty. That is honesty. And I guarantee that only because the last time that I said that came true. You know, I'm not reckless with my assertions, not even a little bit. Even the best fall down sometimes. Oh, I don't want to fold this at effing all, dude. I don't want to fold this at all, but I think sometimes it's what you got to do. I honestly, dude, this hurts. I'm so happy that we folded. Show me a 3 or a 7 or a 9. Okay, that's the 3 of circles. It wasn't necessarily what we were scared of. Is this pure? Who's the poor dope as the dealer? Okay, it's not me. It's gonna be a little bit difficult to get first place, but we can still get there. We can make it if we try, just the 2 of us. We have 1 door in our hand that we can actually make use of. That's feeling pretty pog. Meanwhile, you're feeling like a fool with your pants on the ground. That meme, come on. I've said this before too, but you die twice in this world. Once when you die. Secondly, when people stop referencing you as a meme, okay? So I'm kind of, I mean, I'm not saying anything about the lifespan of the person who originally said that very fine quote. Rather, I am, hang on, I think I can just pawn this. I think I can just pawn this and move omega fast, right? Because we're 1 tile away from Tenpai right now. We can pawn a green dragon, discard this, and wait on a solo 3 of characters. Not only that, if we draw a 5 of characters, we can upgrade this to a 2-sided wait. So it's like, we got a lot of options for us right now. Call me an attractive person on a dating app. That's just, you know, statistics probably. I'm not trying to, hang on. I'm not trying to make any sociological or political point with that. I realize that what I'm saying is very, akin to what some people in some maybe uncoerced communities are saying about dating apps. The point is, I'm saying that you should not get surgery to adjust your chin, okay? I think your chin is fine. What am I doing, dude? Red Lobster and now this. Political hotspots in today's world. Okay. Oh, I'm a beautiful fool. I'm a beautiful fool. Right Lord has a very scary hand. There's only one 3 of characters left. Oh, that feels bad. That feels absolutely bad. One of them's the door indicator. I mean, someone else is using a 3, 4, 5, right? Also, Right Lord is going for a half flush in the circle suit. What is going on here? What is going on? Like, we're the intro of a Crazy Frog song? Like, why is a Crosslord not playing safe at all? Dude, and why is Right Lord not in Tenpai yet? I need Right Lord to win off of a Crosslord, equalizing the points so that I can fight for first place. What are they waiting for? They discarded a 4, 5. Maybe they're waiting on a 6 or a 9. I would have to assume that they're waiting on a 6 or a 9 of circles if they do have a half flush. Or maybe something weird like an inside weight or something. I mean, I can discard this. It doesn't feel good. Or I can chi this. This doesn't feel good, but I'm gonna go for it. At least we're not the dealer. They were waiting on a 4 or a 7. Okay, they had all the door bricked up in their hand. I mean, I did pawn changing the draw order and giving them the tile that they needed, and now we're dead set in a battle for second place. That doesn't feel good. That doesn't feel good at all. Okay, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 shapes in our hand. They're not great shapes though, right? We can maybe go for a 7 pairs hand if we continue to draw more pairs. I'll keep this south wind just in case. If we happen to draw another one, it's 2 Han for us, right? Seat wind and prevalent wind. Point is, sometimes it's fun going to a restaurant as a meme. But sometimes, I don't know, there's like, there's irrational, or maybe not irrational, just like emotional attachments that people have with restaurants. Like for example, Applebee's and I have a special relationship. Ever heard of ethical non-monogamy? No. I'm not making fun of ethical non-monogamy either. Applebee's and I have a special relationship. Why? Because when I was younger and like, you know, I would, when I wasn't being asked out constantly, when I wasn't being the coolest kid at school, I would do the school musicals, whether it's pit orchestra or just being in them. And, you know, after some of the musicals, like the performances, you know, you'd go to Applebee's and get like an appetizer sampler or something just to share. And so for me, the feeling of Applebee's is conflated with the feeling of independence. And so I will always have a soft spot in my soul for Applebee's. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Ooh, but I have mozzarella sticks. Never meant to order a drink here. Oh, sorry. Sorry. So you got a little too hyphy, got a little too overconfident. We are going for all triplets. We are going for all triplets. I don't know if it's the right thing to do. But it is the thing that we are doing here. Single tile wait for the west wind, maybe. Conning a 9 of circles, maybe. World is kind of our oyster at this present moment. Can probably discard the west wind again. I mean, it's not like we're gonna get a flush of any kind anyway, but now if we draw into a 3, a 7, or a 7, we'll know what our last triplet is gonna look like, so I guess that feels okay. What are we scared of? The door is the 1 of bamboo? Oh my god. Okay, well, this is a little bit spooky, If someone calls Riichi right now, we might have to fold with the 9 of circles. I know it won't look good, but I think it was worth it for us to try to play at least a little bit aggressively here. 9 of bamboo, obviously not what we want to hang on to, right? One of them's the door indicator. We've discarded one. It's not looking super, super great right now. That can all change. Okay, 7 of circles is another safe tile that we can afford to throw, but, you know, it's getting into the late game. Right Lord is probably in Tenpai, and they haven't discarded a single character tile, so that's very spooky wooky indeed. Yeah, if you have an irrational attachment to a chain restaurant, you gotta tell me in the comments below. Like, I think that exists for everyone, you know? All right, 3 or 7. I mean, we have a lot of 3s in our hand. Let's just go get another 3, you know? Right Lord calls a Riichi. We're on a single tile wait. What do we have? We have all triplets. That's it? We have open all triplets? Okay, that's pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's pretty bad. Call me Tim Roth the way I'm lying to you. There was a show on like way back when called Lie to Me. Tim Roth was in it. Okay. Oh, that's not necessarily a safe tile, but they've discarded all the 4s are gone, and maybe they see that all the 7s and 8s are gone or something, and from their vantage point. If I can stay in Tenpai, I will do my absolute darndest. I'll try my absolute hardest to stay in Tenpai, but again, don't get too attached to this hand, you know? It's ethereal. It's only 2 Han right now. Sure, we get an extra Riichi stick, but I don't think that that's worth it either. Now, would I love for Right Lord to discard a 3 of characters, thus dealing into my awesome hand? Yes, but I think the likelihood of that is also very, very low. Again, they haven't discarded a single character tile all game. Okay, I don't think I should con this. Because I don't want to give them the chance to rob my con, right? I don't want to give them the chance to rob my con. It's already a dangerous tile to discard. I don't want to give them an extra Yaku and make me feel like I have egg on my face. I don't enjoy the feeling of egg on my face. Granted, it's a sensation that I don't have a lot of experience with, but I think it's, I don't know. I just, you know, based on a lot of context clues, I've lived a pretty long life so far, knock on wood. I just, based off of how I respond in other situations, I don't think I want egg on my face. Okay, I mean, see, this is why I didn't want to discard that 3. They could be waiting on a 3 or a 6 or a 6 or a 9. Most likely a, what were they waiting? They were waiting on a 3 or a 6. So our 3 would have definitely dealt into them, and they gave them the under the river. Was it worth it? Was it worth it just to stay in Tenpai, huh? Was it worth it? Okay, it's all last, but it's not looking great for your boy right now, right? Because despite the fact that it is all last, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Despite the fact that it is all last, oh my god. I don't know if that's correct. We need a pair in this hand, and I'm thinking either 2, 3, 4, 5 or 4, 5, 6, 7 could be our pair. I'm not in love with this 1-2 shape that we currently have in our hand. I even want to chi this to get schmoovin, you know? I even want to chi this to get schmoovin, but what if we draw another copy of the Dora? That's also something that you got to watch out for, right? I don't know. I don't think I'm playing this hand correctly. Just right off the bat. Okay. Hang on to your bottleneck tiles, like your 3s and your 7s. Again, if someone's going for a 7, 8, 9 or a 1, 2, 3, you don't want to give them the tile that they need, right? Okay. Green dragon. Blue eyes green dragon. I don't know if that's necessarily something that we want right now, but it's a safe tile for later. Should I really be thinking about safety? No, I think I should be thinking about winning. But in order to get a lot of repeat counters as the dealer, like, we have to make sure that if we run a hand off of left lord, it has to be just small enough not to kill them, right? Oh my god, my kingdom for a single good tile, literally my entire kingdom for a single good tile. A crosslord discarding the Dora. They're going for a cheapo peepo hand because they are in first. I mean, that is, you know, absolutely up to them. All right, so we don't have a pair in this hand. That is very, very dangerous to us, right? We might even get onto a single honky-tonky tile weight. That won't be that good, but we have a lot of time in between now and then to draw into a pair. Literally any of the... I mean, the nut draw right now is like, maybe give me like a 1 of characters. I can discard this, right? And then we finally have a pair. Unfortunately, crosslord discards it, making it less likely. Oh, we would have had a nice 6, 7. Doesn't really matter. We would have been in a Zuzzy Ferritin situation as well. The 1-2 shape is so bad. How bad is it? The 1-2 shape is so bad that... Oh my god, I can't believe I'm freaking doing this. So we need a 3 of characters right now. A 3 of characters would actually hit the spot. And we have to win before a crosslord gets into Tenpai because they're discarding some real gas. They could just be folding right now, you know? I'm not sure. Can't pawn that. That actually doesn't help us. All right. I mean, now a lot of different tiles. Now we can actually pawn the 6 of bamboo pair, or just coincidentally. It's always darkest before the dawn. It's darkest before the dawn. I don't want to show you the elo. I don't want to show you the elo. You ready? It's not going to be good. Oh, I mean, I'm going to say it. I don't think we're going to demote out of Master 1 again. I don't think we're going to demote out of Master 1, but I don't know. I don't know. And I also want to see what Left Lord was cooking up that first East 1 hand, right? I'll hide my camera square right now. So they were going for, yeah, a half outside hand or a full outside hand. We were very, very wary about discarding the East Wind, and, you know, it would have given them that young Tenpai, right? So I think we were okay. What happened here? You dealt into the Riichi. How did this happen? You obviously don't discard the East Wind. That's like Omega scary. Oh, do you deal the 6 of characters into me? Like a Coke Jolly Rancher? Oh, you choked on me? I have no idea what you're discarding here. Oh, the 6 isn't even safe. Sorry. From their perspective, it's Left Lord. So what do you discard here? Maybe the 7 because of Suji reasons? Or maybe just throw a 6 of circles. Wow, you go for the Suji, but like... No, dude, I think that I know I'm criticizing a player that I lost to, but I think if you're gonna fold like this and make it really difficult for yourself to get back into Tenpai, I think you should like omega fold. Like instead of throwing a tile that is maybe safe because of Tsuji, you should throw a tile that is absolutely safe, like the 6. Would the 6 have dealt into anyone? I don't know. Wow, the 7 dealt in anyway. Yeah, it's a Tsuji trap. So I'm not saying that this is 100% correct, but you know, if you're gonna fold, like fold big time, fold cleanly, you know? What happens here? Okay. This person is a pretty good hand from what we can tell. Seat wind and prevalent wind. I think they discard their red dragon and they deal into me. It's not a terrible situation. Arguably, you should try to get rid of your more dangerous tile first, the red 5. But the red dragon's also feeling a little spicy, right? With two players having open hands. At least it's small hands, you know? Remember when we sumoed our double Riichi? Yeah, me too. Oh my god. All right, what happened here? This is Emote Lord doing some work. This is the last tile that they discard. The 6 is not remotely safe. There's no 3s or 9s being discarded. Was it worth it? Because think about it. If this tile had passed, you would have maybe gotten maybe would have gotten, well, 2 players are in Tenpai, so you would have gotten 1,500 points. And look at that. That's a nice risk reward there. Instead of that getting plus 1,500, you actually got minus 8,000. Again, the virtues of playing safely. And we could have moved a little bit faster with this hand, I think, right? We could have kept the 5, 6, 7, and that might have been what we needed to win. I'm not gonna lie to you. We could have maybe won at this point, but even if we kept the 5, that by the time that we drew the 7, the 3 was already discarded. I don't know. If you see anything that I could have done better here, please let me know. And of course, Crossroad has no reason to call Riichi, right? They're in first place and incentivizes them to be in Damiten. After all, if I call Riichi or something, they want to be able to fold. So honestly, a clean last South 4 round played by a Crossroad. Can't fault them at all for that one. All right. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and a comment. It helps out the channel a lot. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. New videos every day. You can also find me on Twitch Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 4 p.m. PST. Link is down below in the description, along with the Discord and the VODs channel. Mondays are Mahjong, Wednesdays are Yakuza, Fridays are Nancy Drew or other cute, fun games, okay? All right, until next time, please take care of yourself and please be kind to yourself, okay? I'll talk to you soon. Peace.